All right, if you filed a valid tax extension but have yet to file your taxes, we have you covered. Joining us now, we have CPA Kimberly Washington giving you everything you need to know. Kim, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, what is the first thing that people should know?
Right, so the first thing you want to know is that you only have one more week to file, and that's because the tax deadline is October 17th. Of course, if you filed a valid tax extension. Keep in mind here, if you live in the state of Louisiana and you filed a tax extension with the state, you have until November 15th. So you do want to keep that in mind. The best thing you do want to note, of course, is that you want to have it, of course, if you mail it by paper tax return, you want to make sure that you put it in the mail by October 17th and have it postmarked by that date so it can be considered mailed on time.
Now, Kim, if someone is seeking free ways to file, what options are available?
There are a couple of different ways that you can go about filing your tax return for free. The first way, you want to go over to the irs.gov website. You can use a tool what's called the IRS Free File tool. You must earn less than $73,000 in order to qualify. The second way, of course, is through the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. You can actually go again to the irs.gov tool website, and you can call the number 1-800-906-9887 so that you can find a program within your area. And last but certainly not least, you can also go online and look at different tax software providers such as TaxAct. Typically, if you earn less than a certain amount, you'll qualify to file for free. So those are some of the options that you have at this time.
Absolutely. Now, Kim, some folks probably watching are saying, dagnabbit, I missed the tax extension deadline. What should they know?
Right, so if you do miss it, one thing that you want to do is file as soon as possible, and that's because of two different reasons. The first reason, if you do owe taxes, of course, the IRS is going to charge you penalties and interest on any unpaid tax balance. The second thing, if you do expect a tax refund, you only have a limited time to claim it. After 3 years, the IRS will not issue your tax refund. So you want to get that tax return in as soon as possible to make sure that you take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And finally, Kim, what other tips should people know concerning filing their tax extension?
Right, you want to take advantage of all the tax deductions and tax credits that may be available to you. The first thing, especially if you live in this area, if you had a loss as it relates to Hurricane Ida last year, you want to take that loss on your tax return, of course, if you did not receive sufficient insurance proceeds. The second thing, take advantage of the child tax credit, child and dependent care credit, and also the earned income tax credits, because those credits have increased last year. And certainly not least, of course, the recovery tax rebate credit. So these are some things that you want to look at, which of course can, increase the amount that you are expected to get back or reduce the amount that you owed at this time.
Dropping some gems.
Yes.
Kimberly Washington with everything you need to know to save on your bottom dollar and those tax extensions. Kim, as always, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.